little bit of biffo at the start of the match simulation there, if you could call it that. It wasn't biffo, it was enthusiastic. What were the instructions from the coaches and expectations there? I'll start with you, Hayden.
Yeah, we've run through a few tags this pre-season with Zach Merritt, Zaharakis been tagged, and Heppel's been tagged. So we're encouraging the guys to get into them like it's a final, and obviously the teammates are looking after them as well on the same team. So it's been a few niggles, which has been good. Certainly looking like a game at the moment, and for pre-season, it's looking more and more like an in-season game.
Yeah, I think that's what you want. You want the competitive side of players coming out, and like that the tag and guys looking after the person who's getting tagged, and then vice versa, the team looking after the guy that's tagging him. If he's getting hit, we're right in there after him. So I think today was a great example of players getting around Junior. He was getting tagged, and the opposition team was trying into him, and his teammates, Hooksy, Jake Stringer, Dev Smith, were all helping him out in there, and that's just another dynamic that we got to keep building as a side. But that competitive, juiceless flowing players, that's exactly what you want. You don't want guys, you'd rather have little biffs here when teammates are getting a bit angry at each other, but it's actually competitive, it's going to help us get better, so that's what you want.
And once it's over, it's sort of forgotten about?
Yeah, the boys are having a laugh about it in the change rooms, yeah, so it is, once you walk off the track, it is forgotten about, because we are all teammates here and we're trying to get each other better, and that's what good clubs do. They have a bit of scuffles at training where a good backman might go against a good forward, but that's what makes them so competitive and so great in games, that you've actually got someone here really trying to stop you. It's not just training drill. You're actually really trying to stop them get a goal or get a possession on you, and that's going to happen in the game when you line up against, I don't know, one of the best stoppers in the game. They're trying to do that, so you actually want to be competing against that at training.
Unlikely we'll see tagging in AFLX?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, it's I mean, it's a great concept, but I'm not sure you got a tagger in that 7v7. There's probably less numbers to be able to do that.
Is it as much about sort of team culture, morale, as it is sort of upskilling in terms of the tagging?
Yeah, I mean, it is. Well, it's a bit of both. It is definitely upskilling. How to deal with the tag, how to deal with when one of your teammates is getting tagged. We've probably lacked in that area the last couple of years, where just trying to help out a bit more, and it is definitely improving, especially this year, because we know the guy that's doing it, so we can go after him and that kind of thing. But it's building up team morale in that regard, but it's also upskilling about how to deal with the tag and use your teammates a lot more, or just try and manoeuvre around a stoppage and that kind of thing. So it's been a great initiative from Skippy to do that. Not something we've done too much in the past, and almost every training session now we're doing that, which is great.
Sporting a few bumps and bruises yourself there, is that out of this, or walking to a door or something?
Yeah, Big Joey's fingers went straight in my eye. Had about 3 fingers in there and scratched on the forehead, so that's all good.
How have you coped with taggers in the past?
Yeah, I mean, it's always something I've got to work on, and that's why it's been great that Skippy's been able to do it. I copped Cole Langford a couple of sessions and that kind of thing running with me, so it's great that you'll be able to train that, and as I said, it's not something we've probably trained much in the past, but it's more been talking during the week about how you can deal with it once it happens during the season. But now that we've actually been able to train it a bit more upskilled in that area about how you can work and how you can use your teammates, and then the other side, your teammates helping out as well, so it's been good.
Zach, is there a healthy competition at the moment for spots to rotate through the midfield? For example, how much can we see Jake play in the midfield this season, and also Devon?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Skippy's a midfield coach, so he's probably the perfect one to answer that. But I think it's great having those two players come in. We obviously lost Job last year and Stance, who are two big players who played a lot of midfield time over the last couple of years. And to bring in two guys, especially of that mould, that Jake can really step into that big body midfield. But I mean, Skippy will answer it, but I think those guys will be a good combination, mid-forward, wing-type players that they can play a variety of roles. And I think that's what we've had so good over pre-season, that we've got a lot of players that can play different positions, whether it be half forward, half back, wing and mid. And I think a lot of teams, like say the Doggies in Richmond, over the last couple of years, they rotate a lot of those players through the midfield, and you might have one or two that's constant in there, but a lot of other players go through there, and the midfield depth is exactly what we need. And we need the development of Cole Langford and Jaden Laverty as well, to be able to play through there, which they've been great on the track around stoppages over the last couple of months. So the improvement of them, as well as getting recruits in, will be good.
Hayden, just picking up on that point, obviously a lot of Bombers fans want to know, how's Jake's fitness going in line with, I guess, expectations in particular he's pushed to perhaps push into the midfield?
No, he's been spot on. We've sort of gone like a slow build with him. pre-Christmas, it was all about building the tank, so he did a lot of extra running away from the group. And then post-Christmas, it's just been in training and then top-up running after training. But, his thing is just can he get his tank well enough to spend, 70% in the midfield, 30% forward. At the moment, he's probably more 50-50 forward and on the midfield at the moment. But from what he's shown around the ball, Zach can touch on it as well. It's been super. We've lost a lot of big body mids. He's filled that role in and around the contest exceptionally well to date.
And he was off the track a bit early today, copped an accidental stomp on the foot.
Yeah, he just before he's running, so I don't know if that was coincidental or not, but he got stomped on, and we just took the precautionary approach and sent him in.
Do you see him sort of doing a bit more of a Job style role in that midfield, that big bodied extractor?
Yeah, he's been a clearance beast in there, to be honest. So, he's one of those guys that can win a clearance and turn a contested situation into uncontested situation just with his speed and power. He's picked up the stoppage craft really quickly. He lives in the contest and he's a big brute in there. I think he's about 95, 96 kilos. So he's really hard to move for our smaller mids. So we see him playing a lot inside and then probably deeper forward when he goes forward.
Hayden, often when there's a coaching position available, the media and I've been guilty of this, talk about two people as if other people aren't aspiring to be senior coaches. Tell us about how you've moved into the midfield this year and about your own coaching aspirations.
Yeah, I definitely want to be a senior coach one day. It's I'm looking to add pieces each year, like the players do, and improving. I know I've got a long way to go in certain areas. Coaching the forward line gave me a really good grasp on a different line. Obviously got to coach the midfield with Simon Goodwin a few years ago, so coming back to midfield is probably something I'm more comfortable with. But I'm trying to add things. I've coached my own team as well, which has been a really good learning curve for myself. But certainly down the track, I've got ambitions to one day coach, and I'm trying to do everything in the meantime to put myself in that situation. Any
senior players you can rule out of playing AFLX?
We've got a few guys, Dyson Heppel, Tommy Bellchambers, Leuenberger, Joey Danaher, Zaharakis, a few guys. They all had interrupted pre-seasons, so virtually didn't train with the main group until after Christmas. So we're just going to extend their pre-season, get a bit more training block into them, but the rest of the guys are good to go pretty much.
From a format perspective, how concerned are you about injury given the format? Like, will this suit what you guys are trying to do, or is it a bit of an impediment insofar as because of the high loads, it could, set players back?
No, we're seeing it as a great opportunity. It's this time of year you don't get to train against another opposition team, so we see it's a great opportunity for the guys that we pick to play at a good venue in Etihad and to practice what we've been teaching out here against an opposition that doesn't know what you're trying to achieve. So we're really excited about the format and the game and exposing some of our players to it.
Do you generally think that it will take off? There will be as much interest in AFL in the shorter form?
I think so, yeah. I see, the concept of it's great. We've been able to train it for 3 or 4 weeks now. It's an exciting game of footy. There's lots of scoring, which obviously people like, and I think it'll resonate with a lot of kids. It's not as long a game, and obviously you can play it all around the world with on the soccer pitches and the gridiron pitches and stuff. So it's going to be able to suit multiple people as well as facilitate them being able to play.
Is there any greater risk of injury because of the pace?
Don't think so. We've only been rotating one guy on the bench, and you get 3 guys. We've sort of done it after match play at the moment, so we haven't done it fresh. So we haven't seen how fast and explosive it can be. But there's in any training in any games there's a risk of injury, but we're not too worried about that.
Has anyone sort of leapt out of the ground or looks suited to AFLX? Someone we should keep an eye on?
Not sure about that, but it's more like Skippy said that we've been doing it after match play. So a bit fatigued, but I think once you get fresh players on there, I think AFLX will definitely be a game for the quick guys like Adam Sard and Waller, Raz and those Darcy even, like those guys that are quick, small players where it's really up and back, real fast-paced game, and I think that's exciting where it can be quite a high-scoring game where you've only got a 40-metre arc. It's a smaller oval, and guys can really burst out up and down the ground and really use their pace. And I think that's what you're going to see. A lot of it's going to be fast-paced, high-action game.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, just clarify.
Clarify, I'm playing.
Yeah.
You already said that I wasn't.
He's playing.